This is Bob Cargill at Cargill Creative on Twitter. Here we go. We are live from Yakov Bart's class here at Northeastern University. Yakov, say hello.
Hello.
Class, say hello. And we are talking about social media here at Northeastern University in Boston. We are live on Periscope. We already have one who has joined. Hello, hello. I'm going to get it off of selfie mode. I'm going to turn it over to
Andres.
Andres has been kind enough to volunteer to record a few minutes of us on Periscope, and we will continue with the presentation. We're in mid-presentation. It's 10 of 11. I'll be speaking until 11:30. We're only going to do about 10 minutes on Periscope. Let's continue. So what we're going to do is talk about the online video phenomenon. And this is something that's been in the works for a few years, but thanks to Periscope and Meerkat exploded at the beginning of the year. But then when Periscope came into the picture, and Periscope is owned by Twitter, really did people start using live streaming video. It's a free app owned by Twitter, already about 10 million users, so it's really taken off. That is Periscope. And let's talk about not just Periscope, but other ways to share video on social media. So you have YouTube, of course. YouTube is huge. Not even a question. We all know how YouTube works. When I was a kid, I watched TV. My kids watch YouTube. And they sometimes watch YouTube on the TV because we have one of those Amazon Fire Sticks. And it's really cool and really different than when I grew up. That's YouTube. YouTube is ubiquitous. It is pervasive. Facebook now. Facebook, obviously, you can share YouTube videos, but you can also upload a video directly to Facebook. And then, are you familiar with the autoplay of those videos that you upload directly? So as people are scrolling through the news feed, if you've uploaded a video directly, it'll automatically start playing. That's cool. That's one way for people like you and me, on our own, and certainly if we're in business representing brands, to get our videos watched. Upload them directly to Facebook, and there's that autoplay function, or share them from YouTube. Then there's Instagram. Instagram, very popular, owned by Facebook. Instagram also has a video function. I think it's 15 seconds. Has anyone used the Instagram video function? And you can stop and start. So if I was doing an Instagram video right now instead of Periscope, I could just scan the crowd, put 3 seconds, stop it. For another 3 seconds, ask Yakov, your professor, a quick question. Then I could ask Andreas, am I pronouncing?
Andres, yeah.
Andres, a question for another 3 seconds, and I could finish by taking a 3-second shot of the Northeastern logo as I'm leaving campus, and that would be a great, I think, 15-second Instagram video. Twitter. How long are Twitter videos? Twitter has a video feature. Did you guys know that? I think it's 30 seconds. Am I right? Someone confirm that for me while I'm talking. If you don't mind, Google it. And I believe it's 30 seconds long. Twitter, you can also do video. Stop and start as well. I've done it plenty of times. And it's cool. And it's very good quality. 30 seconds. Thank you, sir. Vine. Who has used Vine? Come on, guys. I'm surprised not more of you haven't used Vine. I bet you have. You're just not raising your hands. Who can tell me how long a Vine video is? 6 seconds, exactly. It's a touchdown. Touchdown without the extra point. Vine is 6-second videos. So look at all the different ways to share video. Snapchat. You guys know Snapchat better than I do. That's not a question. I have a Snapchat account. I've used it once. And the one time I used it was only a few weeks ago. And I did the video, and then I said to my son, now what? He said, Dad, you got to have, people following me, connected. So I had no one to share the video with. I don't know Snapchat. It's about the only channel I don't know. I use Vine, I use Twitter, I use Instagram, I use Facebook, I use YouTube, and I use Periscope. Tumblr I don't use. Tumblr is a blogging tool, right? Channel? You guys probably, a few of you use Tumblr. Yes, sir.
request you to start using Snapchat or not yet?
Very good question. We were talking, so the question is, are our clients asking us about Snapchat? I was talking before about B2B versus B2C. Most of our clients are B2B. I was saying B2B is a little more buttoned up, a little more conservative, probably not using Snapchat. We are not getting requests for Snapchat. If we specialize in B2C clients, probably we would be doing Snapchat. It's more, sure, it's geared towards a younger audience, and it's geared more towards the consumer, whereas B2B, we're really corporate office to corporate office, if that makes any sense. Meerkat, and finally Periscope. And what I also want Andreas to do at some point is click on the tweet that should have gone up. You'll have to find it in my feed. Right there. Let's scroll. Here, I'll even hold it. We're going to scroll, refresh that. So what I'm going to show, because we're going to talk about Periscope now. And you scroll down. There you got it. You got the tweet. Click on that link.
This one?
Yep, right there. So if anyone is following me now on Twitter, watch this. They can see, this should work, live. It should show in a minute. Here, you got it. I'm going to give it back to you. It should pop up. You might have to refresh that. I don't know. The live feed of what we're talking about now. Why Periscope? Well, principle of social media, someone already mentioned it. Forget who, they use the word authentic. Who used the word authentic earlier on? You did. Okay. Perfect. Authentic means it's real. It's you. It's the brand. You can't hide from live video. Okay? People love live video. Why is reality TV taking off, or it took off many years ago, a number of years ago? Because it's real. Customers want that authenticity. Live video doesn't get any. The only thing more authentic than that is person to person. Me talking to you right here in the flesh, that's as authentic as it gets. The live video is the second best. Okay? That's one reason why Periscope. Credibility. When it's real, it's believable. It's much more believable. I told you about John Ledger, CEO of T-Mobile. Very credible when you see him. You will love watching him. You will want to switch to T-Mobile if you're not already using T-Mobile. I'm Verizon. I'm thinking of switching to T-Mobile because of John Ledger on Twitter and Periscope. That's really powerful stuff. Transparency. Transparency means honesty, real. All these words mean similar. They're all in the same category. Transparency means what I'm saying right now is as real as it gets. If you disagree with me, you can disagree with me. If you feel like I'm trustworthy, I'm going to see it in your eyes, you're going to see it in my eyes. That's transparency. That's why live video. Simplicity. It's as easy as a tweet. I set up a little tweet. Andreas pressed the button. Start broadcast. It's live. That's simple. And it's immediate. Live is immediate. Live is now. Periscope was launched just this year, March 26, 2015. It's an app for both Android phones and Apple. 10 million accounts plus have already been created. 2 million active users on a daily basis. And that was one of my tweets. I can't see the date. August 5th, I said I've seen the future of marketing, and it is live video. And I was really talking about Periscope. Periscope is that cool. But I think anything in real time, that's the future of marketing. Okay? This is a little bit of how-to. If it's connected to your Twitter account, your followers will be able to click on a link. So I have over 4,000 followers. Theoretically, over 4,000 people could be watching right now. I'm lucky if maybe 5 or 10 are watching. Andreas seems to know exactly how many are watching.
We got 11.
11. Not bad. Now, how did I know that? Before, we were talking about analytics and measurement. I know about how many tune in when I do Periscope. How do I know that? Because I've done it before, and I know exactly. Now, think about that. That's pretty powerful stuff. Number one, that's pretty good that 10 people are watching, 11 people. But it could go up to 20, it could go down to 1 or 2. But it's pretty cool to be able to know for a brand how many they can expect to get watching when they do a live video. Because multiply. I was talking celebrities before. If I'm Fred Smirlis, a former pro football player, I probably can count on a lot more than 11 people watching. I can probably count on hundreds watching. Certainly if I'm a presidential candidate, like Donald Trump or Hillary Clinton, I can expect hundreds, if not thousands, to be watching. And once I do it once or twice, I'm going to know the next time around. So that's powerful to know those analytics. Viewers on Periscope can share hearts with you as a way of saying how much they are enjoying your video. Am I getting any hearts? Anything?
Yeah, you've gotten a lot of hearts, actually.
That's good, that's good. So like likes, favorites, what is it? Likes on Facebook, favorites on Twitter, you get hearts on Periscope, okay? You just click the screen. That's how you measure what you're doing is being received favorably or not. Those who are watching can make comments. They can ask questions. Andreas is going to tell me if anyone's asking any questions. And he may tell us where. Usually people will say, hey, I'm in, I don't know, somewhere in California, or I'm in somewhere in Brazil, or I'm in somewhere in Spain. Is anyone saying where they are?
I don't know how to find that.
If anyone comments, let me know. We will answer their questions.
Okay.
And videos, I've already told you, you can set it to public or private. I say why do it if it's private. You can set it to private or public. They can watch it live, or for 24 hours that video will be available to watch.
A hi from Russia.
Hi from Russia. Hey, Russia.
It's been organized.
We are at Northeastern University in Boston. Good to meet you on Periscope. Okay, you can use Periscope for all these reasons: focus groups, tours, breaking news, behind the scenes, surveys, product demos, profiles, interviews, live reports, and speaking at a classroom at Northeastern University. Let's move on. You can keep doing that as long as you like. As long as we have viewers, we'll do that. 10 ways to find common ground with your social media audience. So, little transition here. Social media user sizes are huge, obviously. We are in the year 2015, correct? Looks like we're just under 2 billion people using social media. That's all of you. It's all the people I work with. It's most of my family. It's not my parents. My dad's 90. My mom's 84. So they know about social media because their son does it. They occasionally look at Facebook when I show it to them. But they're two of the few who aren't using social media. Social media user sizes are huge. You, not so much. You're just one person. It's easy to get lost on social media. Okay? Because there are so many people using it nowadays. So let's look at Twitter. How do you go from lost to found in a sea of 300 million plus users? How do you stand out and go from lost to found? That slide got messed up because I'm on, I've already told you. I'll tell the Periscope folks. Because I did this presentation on the PC, put my thumb drive into Yakov's Mac, and I think the formatting got a little messed up on just a few of these slides. 300 million users on Twitter, less than half log on every day. Less than 1/3 check Twitter multiple times a day. The average user follows more than 200 people, and the average user is only on Twitter about 6 minutes a day, so that's not very long. They're not like me, who's on Twitter if I wasn't speaking to a class at Northeastern or running, because I'm a runner, or maybe the few minutes I take off for eating dinner and other meals during the course of the day. I'm on most of the day, but the average user is only on 6 minutes a day. 500 million tweets are sent every day. It's almost 6,000 a second. And the half-life of a tweet is less than half an hour. That means in less than half an hour, you're going to have gotten half your audience, half your activity, half your shares and comments and favorites. So your tweet doesn't have much of a lifespan. Brief commercial announcement. Remember we talked about the selfie stick? Free selfie stick. Remember the picture? I'm not going to go back to it. But remember the picture of Alan's selfie. Okay? Not a big deal. It's free selfie stick. But it's fun. Selfie sticks are cool if you don't have one. The question is, and what you got to do, you got to answer it on Twitter. And you got to tweet to me, at Cargill Creative, and you got to include your professor's handle in the tweet. So you can be creative if you want. But you got to tweet at me, or mention me in it, mention Yakov in it, and you got to have the right answer. And the first one to have the right answer, I'll check towards the end of the class, gets the free selfie stick. How many celebrities are featured in Ellen's selfie, the famous selfie that I shared with you? Okay? And you can use your computers or phones to figure that out. If you forget the picture, maybe you know offhand. That's it. Okay? First one to tweet that if you want to win a free selfie stick. Okay? Rules clear?
Everyone's going.
Still watching?
We got 11 people still.
Love it, love it, love it. Okay. 10 ways to find common ground with your social media audience. While you're busy looking up the Ellen selfie and counting how many celebrities. True story, you can read it, or I'm just going to tell it to you. I was having lunch a few years ago with a colleague. Absolutely true story. Nice place. I remember it was the next to D. Bellman in Alston, the Lone Star Taco place. I was having lunch. I took a picture of my food. He said, "Why are you doing that?" I said to myself, I said, "Obviously you don't use social media." Joking. My colleague did use social media, but still had the question, "Why are you taking a picture of your food?" And I said, everybody does this. This is what you do on social media. This is a few years ago. Now, everyone really does is take a picture of the food. In fact, it's one of the most popular types of images on social media. I recommend it to brands. If you can tie in your brand with food, chances are that picture is going to have traction. But anyways, I said, food is a huge draw on social media. And I said to him, and definitely to myself, as I say over and over again, it's a myth that people don't care what you're doing in your life. Even if you're just me or you, we're pretty much everyday folks. We're not celebrities. But people who follow us, there's a reason they follow us. They want to know what we're doing during the course of the day. Okay? So, where did I put the remote? I say there's an art and a science to social media. You've got to know the analytics. You've got to have strategy in mind. But sometimes it's as simple as sharing a picture of what you're eating for lunch. Yes, tie it back to something cool. Like if we had food here, we could have a bunch of hands on the food, and my tweet would be, having a great time teaching social media, the Yakov Bart's class, and look at the surprise, a great plate of fruit. And look at all the hands grabbing that fruit, because we're all so hungry. I don't know, it wasn't that great of a tweet. It was longer than 140 characters. But my point is, tie it back to something strategic. But food makes for a pretty picture.
We got a comment. Fruit, sign me up.
Sorry, I don't have any fruit, but I'm glad you. I wonder if it's somebody I know.
It was him.
Love that. I love the interactivity. That's what we're here for. All right. So from food to love, but I'm going to get back to food in a minute. 10 things. It's based on an article I wrote for ClickSee. It actually is the article. I turned into a presentation, which I often do. Remember I mentioned content, and there's a need for a lot of content. Well, that's writing, and you turn that writing into a presentation. You can turn that writing into a SlideShare presentation. You can turn it into a video. And I'm going to hurry up because I know we only have about 20 more minutes. Love is let's go back. Love is very popular, obviously. All you need is love. The Beatles, right? All you need is love. That was the Beatles, right? All you need is love.
Mm-hmm.
Truly, all you need is love. If you can share that on social media in some way, shape, or form. And I'm usually talking to businesses. And I tell businesses that. If someone's getting married in the company. If someone's got a good love story to tell. Or if you can show love, like this tweet right here, which was from the NHL. It was of a great Chicago Blackhawks player who appeared at someone's wedding with the Stanley Cup. Okay? So there's love in the air. The NHL tied it back to a great hockey player at somebody's wedding with the Stanley Cup. Very cool, very cool. Moving on, recognition. People like to be recognized in any way, shape, or form. This is right on Boston Common. I have not eaten here yet, but it is a restaurant called Earl of Sandwich. And Earl of Sandwich says, you know who's awesome? You are. And you are their customers, I assume. People who are eating their sandwiches. That's the way to do it. If you're a professor, your students are awesome. If you're a son or daughter, your parents are awesome. If you're a CEO, your customers are awesome. Do you get it? You want to recognize people. People love to be recognized. So people ask early, students ask, what does it take, or whatever the question was. I'm loosely paraphrasing. I'm making up this question, but it's a good question. What does it take to succeed in social media? You said something about how do you differentiate from your clients and wear that hat. Well, I know every one of my clients wants their customers to love them. So I tell my clients, I tell brands, love your customers. Then they'll love you back. Okay? Recognize them. Love and recognition so far. Here's food. Food did not escape this list. You don't have to be at a restaurant to share pictures of food. Everybody eats. It's something we all have in common. You know, these are the basic needs of people. Love, to be recognized, to eat. Who doesn't have lunch on their mind right about now? Do you know what I mean? So it's a psychology to social media. This is just some company. I don't know who they are. It's a great tweet, though. It's a simple tweet. Lunch today, welcoming the newest member of staff, Candace. So I said to you when I talked about the plate of food, plate of fruit, tie it back to your business. That's kind of cool if you're following them on Twitter. Because if you're following them on Twitter, you care about them. And you care about what they're doing. And it doesn't always have to be a PDF of a white paper or an e-book or a video. Okay? Food actually plays very, very well. Sunset, simple, 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 simple. Sunsets have become a big deal. I watch more sunsets now than I did when I was a kid. You know, I take a picture of them and share them on Facebook or Twitter. Everybody does this. You know, so for those who say, the critics of social media say, oh, look up and enjoy what's around you, I say I enjoy what's around me even more because I'm trying to capture it and share it. And that's what I tell brands. Share the moment. Everybody likes sunsets. Yeah, and take this, even much further. Everybody likes nature. Everybody likes beauty. Sunrises, sunsets. But here's Carnival Cruise Lines taking a great picture of a sunset, and it does play to their brand. Because it makes you think, if I was on that cruise, it'd be a lot of fun. And I'd see sunsets like that, and I'd be relaxed, maybe having a drink, not worrying about work. So you got me in the right state of mind. I want to go on a cruise. Humor. We're not going to watch this video unless Yakov wants to. Yeah, maybe we can. Yeah. It's just a quick vine in a minute. I'm going to switch to it. Right there. So, humor. This is State Farm. State Farm Insurance. And this was on Facebook. Yeah, we got it. Boom. Notice the countdown clock on the right. Notice it's pretty silly. However, besides just humor, multiple things going on here. Great video by State Farm. Great that they shared it on Facebook. I believe those two characters are Steph Curry and Chris Paul, basketball players who do work with State Farm. They do ads for them. So it's an animated version of the two of them. And it was around July 4th. So there's so many good things going on here. Humor, clever video, great celebrity spokespeople. Your basketball fans, you know there's two of the greatest basketball players right now. It's tied back to July 4th. That's why it was the grill thing. Perfect. That's social media. Current events. And this is kind of loosely related to the video you just saw, because this is also around July 4th, I believe. I can't read it. Yes, 4th of July. Time your tweets to coincide with social media. It's like newsjacking. It's taking advantage of what's happening in the outside world that everyone can relate to. This is a beer company. It is Goose Island Beer. Goose Island Beer saying, remember, stock up, red, white, and blue, everything in beer, lots of beer. Cool, simple, great picture, looks fun, looks relaxing, there it is. All right, easy to do. Pictures, words, timing. Pay attention to what's going on in the calendar. Weather. Weather's big. What does everybody talk about when you don't know what to talk about? It's cold outside today. Was it cold this morning? I didn't wear a warm enough jacket. I actually didn't. Because usually I just get in my car and go to work. Today I walked about 15 minutes to get here. It's really cold. Did you guys notice? See a few scarves? Yeah. Get it? Weather. Get it? Social media. Being social, sharing conversation about the weather. And that was authentic, by the way. I didn't mean everything I said. But I'm also making a point, reinforcing a point. Now, if your brand, put on your human, authentic face on social media and talk about everyday things like the weather. Yeah, the weather. People are going to pay attention. Of course, if you're Channel 5 in Boston, they're really going to pay attention because they follow you just a second. For news, sports, and weather. Weather's huge. Watch the news. Weather's like the big thing. Weather, traffic, sports, and news. Almost in that order. News is almost like after the weather. So why wouldn't you, if you're a brand, talk about the weather? Like food. Hey, this is what I have for lunch. And hey, it's raining outside. And hey, I love my customers. Think about it. Put all of these 10 ways to achieve common ground with your audience, and you're connected. Yes, sir.
So I was going to ask, so we've done a couple of cases now where we've seen that employees are a large base of a lot of the social media following for a lot of companies. So have you seen them try to say like, oh, it's snowy in Boston, employees don't have to necessarily come into work to the office today, try to show like proactive engagement with their employees?
Yes. So, good question, great one. Social media with employees, a company talking to its employees publicly. Absolutely. I'll tell you one example, Overdrive Interactive, where I work, digital marketing agency in Alston. We have a private Facebook group. That's where we would share that kind of, it is using social media, it's just not public. We could do it publicly, because everything we share really isn't private, but we like to keep it to ourselves in most cases. So we have this private group on Facebook, and we do talk about it. If it's a bad snow day, we'd say, hey, stay home. It's terrible weather in Alston, so if you live in Sudbury like me, we recommend you don't drive in. I mentioned also a big B2B company that we work with. I notice, because I am very close to their audience on social, a lot of their followers and fans are employees. And corporate culture, related to your question, plays big. Corporate culture and social. And what I mean by that is employees are following you and prospective employees are following you. So if you're in HR, using social to show what a great company you are, or to show what a cool class this is, will bring in more people. Use social media to broadcast that. Inspiration. We all wake up in the morning and want to be inspired. Or halfway through the day, we're tired, we want to be inspired. Or at night, when I run, I get home and I'm tired, or I usually run in Boston, actually. I run up and down Comm Ave during the winter, because it's well lit. I go home to Sudbury and it's dark. So during the winter, I run in Boston a lot after work. But my point is, we all like to be inspired different times of the day and in different ways. And any brand can do this. You don't have to be an athletic brand like A6. But it certainly is a natural for an athletic brand like A6 But these kind of memes, these kind of graphics, motivational expressions play really, really, really well on social. Northeastern could do this for their students. They probably already do. Wake up, it's a great day here in Boston. Ace all your tests today. I just made that up. But that's motivation. That's inspiration. We all need it. We all go to social and respond favorably to these kind of graphics and sayings. Selfies, now that you know me a little bit, and giving away a free selfie stick in a few minutes, and we're going to take a group selfie. Anyone who's willing, love to get a big group selfie at the end of this session. Selfies are huge. I've been saying it for a couple of years. I think I'm saying that I can't claim on this because I don't think it's on record. I'll upload the article I've written. I was going to say, I think I said selfies were big, even before Ellen's very, very popular selfie, which you've already seen today. I definitely wrote about it in one of my articles, talked about it. My point, though, is anybody can capture the attention of their audience by sharing a selfie. And a lot of people might say, oh, it's narcissistic, or it's silly. Yeah, but why are we using social media? Don't forget, the reason it's called social media is the social part of it. It's our faces. How do you make the biggest, best, strongest connection with somebody? By looking them in the eye, seeing their face. The closer, the stronger the connection. Selfies. Okay, this is Nathan's hot dogs. I think it was a selfie contest. I'm trying to look at it up close. Yeah, for a chance to win a great prize. The Nathan's selfie sweeps. Great idea. Any company, even business-to-business companies who are all buttoned up, could do selfie contests and take advantage of it. Finally, pets. Think of this. Common ground. How do you establish common ground? Think about all these things I've talked about. They're very basic, aren't they? But very few, well, not very few, but not enough companies take advantage of all of this basic stuff. Love, and food, and selfies, and pets. Pets are huge. If you have a dog or, cat next to you, or any cute, or even not so cute animal next to you, it's going to draw more attention. Okay? Pets in the picture play well on social media. This is Steel Case Store. Do we still have viewers?
Yep, 5.
Because if you're tired of doing this, you can stop. But I love that you are doing it. If you don't mind doing it, tell me when you're going to stop so I can say bye-bye. But otherwise, keep doing it. If you don't mind. Steel Case Store. Did you hashtag take your dog to work today? Retweet if you think every day should be take your dog to work day. Dog days, hashtag. So hashtags, we're not talking about them today. I know you guys know about hashtags. Hashtags are worth including in pretty much all of your tweets. If you're a business, you guys might not care so much for your tweets to be found by everybody but a business. I mean, that's what I do for a living. And I want those tweets to be found. We choose our hashtags carefully. But that's not the point. The point here is the dog in the picture. Don't you like it just because you're seeing a picture of a dog? You might not know about Steel Case Store, but you see that picture of the dog, and suddenly you love Steel Case Store because they're showing you a picture of a dog. My point, pets. Pets play well on social. Think about how to use, or I was talking to businesses, but think of yourselves as obviously future business men and women. How will you find common ground with your audience in social media? I think all these basics will apply forever. Not even a question, unless the world changes beyond belief. I mean, food, love, these things aren't going to change. I could write part 2 of this article. There's other things, obviously, that there are other ways to establish common ground. I think we only got about 5 more slides, and I think I'm okay. Am I right? Close? Close to being okay? You'll tell me? I stuck these in at the end. 5 ways to use social media to make a huge impact in real life. And these are simple. And local, this one is. Hold a scavenger hunt. Who among you, if you don't, start. Who among you does not follow Boston Tweet? Follow Boston Tweet. Boston Tweet is Tom O'Keefe, and he tweets all about Boston. And he's a great guy to follow. And every once in a while he has giveaways. So that's incentive. And if I was any brand, I would hold a scavenger hunt. This is a great way to capture the attention of people offline, people in the real world, Northeastern University could have a scavenger hunt all around campus. Great idea. Beginning of the year, build student enthusiasm and get more followers on Twitter. Northeastern University hides a bunch of, free gift cards to local restaurants, maybe discounts at the campus store. Good idea. If they're not doing it, they'll suggest it, offer to do it for them, yes?
Husky hunt, they do it already.
Oh, they already do it. See? There's a husky hunt. I love that. Hold a scavenger hunt. Have your own orange room. Who has watched the Today Show? Carson Daly. I love Carson Daly. The orange room is their social media hub on the Today Show. It's how they stay in touch with their social media audience. It's very cool, so they appeal to a younger demographic. And they are able to take the pulse of who's watching them in real time. So if I'm the Today Show and Carson Daly, I have probably 5,000 people watching this Periscope video. And I have a few team members in the orange room, and they'd be telling me who's asking questions and who's sending hearts. That's an orange room. It's just a social media little hub with a team.
So they're generating content about content, kind of? I'm just curious.
Yep. In their case, they are watching the latest trends, what happened overnight, what's happening now, and they're telling, probably, I don't work for the Today Show, but what I know about how they work here is they occasionally do little bits from the orange room saying what's trending or what people tweeted in the last 24 hours. They will sometimes ask their audience to tweet. They might have questions. It's not unlike what we're doing right now, but this is a tiny, tiny scale compared to the Today Show. Look up the Today Show Orange Room. It's their social media hub on the set, which they usually do a scene from every day, from my experience watching the show. Selfie station. Okay, selfies again. I got them in. Again, you'll get tired of me in selfies. You see me talk more than once on social, you'll hear me talk more than once about selfies. Selfie stations are big at events. This is Sofia Vergara, who just got married over the weekend. How do I know that? I'm a pop culture guy. I love watching what's in the news among the celebrities. She just got married over the weekend. This is from a while ago. Selfie station at a particular event. Selfie stations are big. You just offer the people at your event. You could offer students. On the first day of class, take a selfie with your teacher or take a selfie in front of the Northeastern logo. Build a social media wall. This is when you show all the tweets, all the activity in public, kind of like this is what the Orange Room does, I believe. They have a screen. This isn't the Orange Room we're looking at, but they probably have a screen that is visible to all of them to see live tweets. If they don't, they could. But it's at an event, or it could be in your office. I told you about the Clay Buchholz Foundation and the Buchholz Bowl. They had on screen a lot of the Instagram photos and tweets so you could see yourself. My tweet might appear on big and bold up on the screen. It incentivizes people to tweet and to post. We're winding down. I'm almost right on time.
Your power's running low on your phone.
No, we might sign off. Is it that low? What is it?
I didn't say it, just popped up and said
okay, no, we probably have like 15%. I think we'll just make it. But you know what? We should wind off because I want to use that for a selfie. Thank you for anyone who tuned in. Do you have any last-minute questions? Anybody? On Periscope.
Oh, nope.
Was there any questions at all? If you guys got any questions, otherwise I'm going to sign off. Thank you for tuning in, the Periscope viewers. And we are just going to end the broadcast, and I'll show you how we do that. What's this about?
Just popped up.
It's about social media.
What happened to her, then it's going to pass around.
Yes.
Another
It's about social media, and we're just going to sign off. But click the link on my Twitter feed or in Periscope. It's available for the next 24 hours. Thanks for watching. Bob Cargill signing off. Bye-bye.